has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Hey guys, Muzzle here again. This time we're catching up with Stewie2k from Cloud9. This is against Immortals at the E-League major qualifier for the qualifier. It was on LAN, and Cloud9 goes on to lose this series actually, but normally I pick games where the guy I'm covering wins the series, but this was a really recent game and it was on LAN, so I figured I'd include it. It was an important game, although not super important, since even if they lost this, they weren't knocked out. They were able to beat TSM after this to qualify for the qualifier. So anyways, yeah, let's check out what Stewie's doing. So first of all, no, you're not watching Michael J. Fox play Counter-Strike here. This is actually what Stewie does with his crosshair all game, which I'm sure you can imagine how fun it is to watch his demos. Like, I'm ready to fucking throw up, to be honest. Like, I'm so dizzy. But he does it all game, so get ready for it. It's just a pretty fun round from Stewie here that I figured I'd throw in. But staying on the topic of his crosshair movement and placement, I know that he never used to do that. He started that when he joined Cloud9. I'm not sure exactly when he started doing it, but I know when he first joined, he definitely did not move his crosshair like that. So I'm gonna look back in his history and see. Maybe I'll have that ready for the third video I do for Stewie. I'll see kind of when he started doing this weird crosshair movement. I know some people have said it helps you concentrate or helps people with ADHD, whatever, but I don't know. It's pretty weird for sure, and it's something that he's picked up recently. So I'm just gonna see when he started doing it and see if I can find any correlations to anything. This is the same strat that I saw them run a lot. The last demo that I did for Stewie, it was actually on Dust 2 as well. They do the 5-man cat take, and it's a really good fit for the meta, especially on eco rounds, because they almost guarantee a bomb plant just because it's so hard to guard against the way people are playing A. I watched this whole round in slow motion. I didn't see anything. Like, I pretty much watched the whole fucking demo in slow motion. That's the only way I didn't get sick. But it looked pretty clean. It's a force buy from Cloud9, so quick death there. Stewie has a pretty sick round here, so I threw this in. I don't think there's anything going on here. There could be a lot that you can speculate on with some weird crosshair placement at times, and like that little jiggle towards mid, like he could be hitting an aim key and then letting go really quick, but there's just so much doubt put in your mind, right, when you watch the demo, because he does that all the time. And if you were to ask me, that's probably why he does it all the time. But hey, that's just me. I don't have ADD, so maybe people with ADD or people that play like this could send me demos and I could actually look at it. But anyways, yeah, so it's obviously the crosshair movement that he has throughout the map puts a lot of doubt in your mind whenever anything looks weird or whenever he's doing something strange. But I mean, this is what we have to work with, so that's what I'm working with. They do a super quick long take here, so I thought it was pretty cool. It was like he turned his back and he's just guessing how many flashbangs they're gonna throw until he turns back around, and he gets wrong. Threw one extra one, but doesn't die anyways. I put this round in just because it's a gun round and getting late in the first half, and they're down. So I figured, you know, if I was cheating or whatever, I'd wanna win this round. This is pretty funny too. They all sit in camp for this guy because they had a lurk in lower B, so they heard this guy run to spawn, so that's why they knew he was coming. On to the last round. Pretty clean first half for Stewie. I didn't see anything anyways. It's extremely hard to spot stuff with him if he was cheating. If you watch my first video, I went pretty hard at Stewie actually. I don't know if I rewatched it before this. I don't know if I was in a bad mood beforehand or whatever, but yeah, I went pretty hard at him. I didn't like his, but this demo was a lot cleaner, I thought, so far. Haven't made it all the way through yet. There's one little spot here that you can kind of speculate about right here, but like I said, you could speculate about it. It's definitely not solid. And then when he flicks back to cat, he's right on the guy. Ooh, actually, that looks like something. I'm gonna slow that down too. Let's go over the flick at long here. Right there is what I'm talking about. It can be speculated on. He doesn't go right on his body, but I mean, could be nothing. Could also be something. You know, like he has shown like he can flick to the edge pretty fine. Like he's a pretty high sense guy. He doesn't have a hard time flicking around. But anyway, something to show you guys, something to think about. Here's that other clip that I wanted to show. This is really hard to tell because he does his little crosshair thing, which I've said a lot of times really bugs me. He knows the guy is coming cat. The dude killed 2 of his teammates. So an aim lock there doesn't make a lot of sense. But, I mean, it just triggers me seeing him move his mouse like that and then it just lands on somebody. Could be nothing, but I think that's kind of the point of doing it. So again, I just wanted to show this in slow motion and get a few more eyes on it. Into the second half with Stewie and more crazy crosshair movement. I thought this might have been something where he twitches onto that guy in lower. I don't know if you saw it there, but anyways, I rewatched it and the way he pushes, he clearly had no idea that somebody was there, so I don't think it's anything. I just wanted to show a quick example of why it's so hard to review Stewie's demos. Like if he is hitting an aim key here, you know, and it's getting dragged towards the guy to the right, and then he, you know, stops pressing it before it gets to the guy, you'd never know because his crosshair during the game is so fucked up. Like he's moving his crosshair everywhere and it's clearly not cheating at times. So if he were to slip in a couple moments where it is cheating, you'd have no way of knowing, and that's what makes it so hard to look at his demos. Okay, you want to see a round that'll make you like really uncomfortable? Just watch this in full speed. I'm gonna slow down a few parts of this, just because I think there might actually be something going on here. And as usual, it is incredibly hard to fucking tell with Stewie. There's a lot of weird shit anyways. I'll just let it play through here. I'm gonna speed up the middle part of this round just because nothing really happens. And then at the end here, he kind of flicks to the right and then it goes back to the left. Again, it could be 100% legit. You have no way of knowing. He could also be flicking to the right and then hitting the aim key, and the aim key dragging it back to the left. You'd have no way of fucking knowing. So. Okay, I wanted to slow down and zoom in on a few of these segments. This first one definitely bugs me the most. Like that is locked right on his head, and then stops, and then moves like a quarter of an inch. You know, that just seems like seemed like a full lock. Much more than a lot of the other stuff shown in the demo. This scene kind of bugs me too, but this looks like, you know how his mouse like keeps kind of freely moving. I didn't think that was anything. That could have just been hand movement. Oh, it gets pretty sticky there at the end. Fuck. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. The first scene in this definitely was the worst. The worst. And then stuff like this, again, you'd never know if he just moves his crosshair to the right and then taps his aim key to naturally bring it over to the left, but then lets go of the aim key before it gets to the left. You'd never know. Just because it wouldn't lock onto a guy, right? So really, really hard stuff to detect. In my opinion, the worst part is the first clip I showed in slow motion here where he goes right to the guy's head. Let me know if this makes you uncomfortable. Is anything going on here? I have no fucking idea, but it makes me uncomfortable. So I figured we could watch a whole gun round late in the game together, just so we can get nauseous and dizzy together while watching this. Honestly, this isn't even one of the worst rounds from him, fucking crosshair movement wise, but this is a pretty cool round by him. He goes Rambo style and fucking grabs an op and brings it back to where he wants to play. Where's Flash NA?
I guess maybe it wasn't that bad if it balanced. I don't think that was very good. So yeah, he brings the op back to the back of sight and uses them both, which I thought was pretty cool. It's always like one of those things that seems like a really cool idea in your head, and then when you actually go and try it, usually you get shot in the back or fucking shot when you go to try and pick up the op, but worked out for him here anyways. So I slowed it back down. Just the middle of the round was pretty uneventful. And we get to see him use the dual gun style. I don't think there's anything going on here cheating wise. It all seemed legit enough. Like definitely nothing conclusive. There's a bad habit of reloading and then switching before it actually reloads. I've seen him do it 5 or 6 times now probably. Hey, we made it to the last round. This was actually a pretty quick demo. He really did not have anything, or not a lot conclusive. Of course, his playstyle puts a lot of doubt in your head. This last round was pretty super normal, in my opinion. I slowed it down and watched it. I really didn't see anything that will be worth talking about too much. But that'll wrap up Stewie's second demo review. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking reviewing Stewie. Fuck me, it's hard to watch him play. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else gets triggered as much as me watching that. Maybe you just gotta watch a whole demo, but fuck. Why did I pick that guy? Anyways, so I got one more Stewie demo to do. I was thinking I'll either do an old one before he got this habit. That might be the best idea actually. Or I could do one from this weekend when he plays ECS. But this whole crosshair habit thing raises red flags to fucking like you wouldn't believe for me. I definitely don't like it. It's I'm gonna see if I could track down anybody anywhere that plays like Stewie. I really think it's bullshit. I really don't think he's doing that out of some sort of comfort level thing, you know. He says it helps him focus on the crosshair, and I don't know. Like, why would you drastically change your playstyle right when you started playing, or shortly after you started playing with Cloud9? Wouldn't you stick to kind of what got you there? You know, like it's pretty unusual. And fuck, I don't know. I could be wrong, right? The first demo I did of Stewie was definitely a lot more suspicious than this one. This one had a few moments that were pretty weird, but nothing like insane, I didn't think. So that's good for Stewie. But we'll see what the third one brings. I'd like to get one before he started this whole, you know, Michael Fox style of fucking playing, but at a time when he was still good. If I remember right, I don't think he was that good when he first joined Cloud9. Yeah, I could be misremembering things, but anyways, I'm gonna go look through some history of demos, and I'd like to also review a demo of a guy that actually plays like this, like just a random guy, hopefully a high level, but really there's not too many. Sabrosa does a bit, like Sabrosa has some funny crosshair movement where he just moves his crosshair for no reason. Stew's probably not happy to hear his name mentioned in the same sentence as Sabrosa, but I mean that's how it is, so whatever. Anyways, I gotta catch some games this weekend at ECS, and I'll probably pump out a few more videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.